Today on Forbes, here's how much Kamala Harris's VP pick, Tim Walz, is worth. At a raucous Tuesday evening rally in Philadelphia, his first since being picked as Kamala Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz walked through his own working-class background. A former public school teacher and Army National Guardsman who served 6 terms in Congress and has led Minnesota since 2019, Walz has spent the better part of his life in public service. Such a career helped shape his political views. It also left him the least wealthy politician on a major party ticket this election cycle. Forbes estimates that Walz's net worth stands at just over $1 million. Neither Walz nor his wife Gwen, also a longtime public school teacher, appear to own any stock or a single bond, per the last financial disclosure he filed as a member of Congress in 2019. The Walzes also don't own a home, having sold their 5-bedroom Mankato, Minnesota residence soon after he became governor. There are no signs he owns any businesses or pulls in any income besides his roughly $128,000 gubernatorial salary. Instead, nearly all of the Walz's wealth stems from government pensions earned through their state, federal, and military careers. While around 13% of Americans have a defined benefit pension, the Walzes seem to have at least 4, worth around $1 million in total, making up virtually their entire nest egg, according to Forbes' estimates. Born in West Point, Nebraska in 1964, Walz worked on the family farm during the summers. At age 17, his father, a Korean War veteran and school administrator, took him to enlist in the National Guard, beginning more than 2 decades of mostly reserve military service, starting before Walz even graduated high school. After several years in the Guard and in other odd jobs, including processing mortgage loans and building grain silos, Walz went to Chadron State College on the GI Bill, earning a social sciences degree in 1989. Then he followed his father's path again and began a career in education. He and Gwen, an English teacher, met soon after and married in 1994. The couple soon moved back to Minnesota, Gwen's home state, and bought a home near Mankato West High School for $145,000. Walz taught social studies, chaired a gay-straight alliance, and led the school's struggling football team to a state championship in 1999. Walz filed with the Federal Election Commission in February 2005 for a congressional race and retired from the military in May. Though Senator J.D. Vance and others have lobbed attacks at him for abandoning his unit, they did not receive an alert order to prepare for deployment to Iraq until July, after his retirement. This according to a statement from Minnesota National Guard Army Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Rossman on Wednesday. Walz's more than 2 decades almost certainly earned him a pension that he would have begun receiving when he turned 60 this year. Forbes estimates that income stream to be worth between $200,000 and $350,000. In 2006, Walz won that seat in Congress, beating a 6-term Republican incumbent. His new salary was $165,200, a figure that would rise to $174,000 by the time he left office. While in Congress, Walz cut a moderate rural figure, earning the endorsement of the Pro-Gun Rights National Rifle Association and high scores from the Pro-Environment League of Conservation Voters. He left office in 2019 with a pension that, thanks to the ability to double-dip into his active duty years in the military, Forbes estimates is worth upwards of $475,000. In 2019, Walz became Minnesota's governor. The salary reduction to about $128,000 may have stung a bit, but it came with housing in the governor's mansion in St. Paul. The Walzes sold their Mankato home for just over $300,000, likely keeping little cash after paying off their mortgage. Walz won re-election in 2022. As governor, he has access to a 401k-style retirement plan. Assuming he's been making his contributions, Forbes estimates that he could have around $100,000 in the account today. For full coverage, check out Kyle Kahn Mullins and Leo Kammen's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.